Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. So we have rain. And as you guys can see, I still have plenty of snow. Hey, so I opened the door fairly recently. It says 37 degrees. My battery is not charged up. You can see the old Energizer in the back. I guess it's about 2 o'clock. It is March 14th, Saturday, 2.6 degrees centigrade. So, what am I up to today? What could I impart to you guys that might be somewhat useful? Given the rain, working downstairs, I had a couple of eBay pieces come in, which is good. Yeah, you guys can see I still... It's probably where it's not crunched down or anything, where it's just sitting there. I still probably have a foot of snow. You can see where it's drifted, or I piled it. How there's more of it. Yeah, getting down these stairs will be a joy. So, welcome to the rain. I figured I'd go check the upper garage, make sure I got no flooding or anything. So it all looks good for now. But let me show you what I'm up to. Run, furnace, run. Oil's free. Not. I've been working on this rear end deal some more. You guys can see I did fire up the pellet stove, warm it up a bit down here, dry it up actually more than anything else. Well, let's do eBay first. The pulleys came in from eBay, right? And you can see the chain goes on nice. And when you wrap the chain completely around, it's not loose in the back, which means both the chain is not stretched and the sprocket's in good shape. That's a way you can kind of test things. If you wrap a chain around, completely around, and it's like loose in some spots, that's not a good sign. Got the front sprocket. So this is an 11. If anybody wants to count, go for it. And this is a 44. There you go. We're not going to bother counting that high. I can only count to 20, 21 on a good day, so let's just stop it there. This is one of the flanges, as they call it, off the axle. Yeah, I know the wood stove's hot. Let's hope I don't keep it there too long. And from a positive point of view, you guys can see that there is a little play in the center, but not a lot. Because it's a bear when you have, you know, like a big center hole and you gotta get things lined up. Still, one has to pay attention, but it'll be a lot easier. One-handed man. You guys are all going to be laughing when I drop this flange on my foot. There we go. If I kind of turn it, I don't know, could you guys see? Not well, probably. The bolt holes almost line up. There you go. You can see it like that. See, the bolt holes almost work out. There you go. So, I mean, I could get something small here, like finishing nails or brads, just to make sure I get my spacing exact all the way around. I don't know, clamp it or I'm not quite sure I want to drill it until I put it on the axle, right, and set it up on the pillow bearings and give it a spin to make sure it's going in the right place. Because if you have a gear going in and out like that, first of all, when it goes outward, let's pretend the engine is the stove, right? When it goes outward, it's going to make the chain as tight as hell and pull on the engine. When it goes inward, the chain's going to get way too loose and jump off, and one doesn't need to throw a chain, because that's how you ruin the engine case. You ruin the engine case if you don't notice it. Shortly after that, you run out of oil, then you take the engine out back and shoot it, right? It's all dead. Getting this apart, getting that bucket load of pieces off of here was painful. I got everything loose, but then it didn't slide, so I use this, right? This is big enough where it goes over it. And then this is kind of dirty inside. I don't know, could you guys see that? So once I started getting things loose, this got stuck on the axle, right? So then I had to get another pipe and slide it down in there and tap it to get the axle out. Always wise to be careful with the threaded end. You don't want to, you know, mess up the threads too much. I am missing one of the bolts here, so I have to procure one of those. So that's what I've been up to. Obviously, I got the big gear, the little gear. So I'm going to basically have a 4-to-1 reduction. OEM for a 200SX OEM reduction is about 3.5, right? 3.5 turns of the engine to 1 turn of the rear end. So I'm going to have 4 turns to 1 turn, which gears me down a little bit. I'm going to stick with the same size back tires, 22/11 by 8. So that gear ratio should be a real nice gear ratio. Should make everything feel good, work good. Starting to get hot. There we are. Top speed, instead of 35, should go down to somewhere around 30. I'd prefer it a little slower, but I also have to remember, I was thinking about this earlier, if I slow it down too much, then like first gear is going to be useless. So I don't know how fast first gear winds up on a 200SX. I don't know. Just for a number, let's make it 8 miles per hour. If I knock, 10% off of that down to 7, first gear should still have enough pull, right? And it should all work out. So that's what I've been up to today. Even though it's raining, move a little bit forward. I'd like to be outside, putting the pegs on and everything with the 200SX, but that's not to be today, unfortunately. Folks, I want to thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. I hope the snow is melting by you guys. I hope you're all not getting flooding. I see the Ohio River is flooding. I hope my buddy Terry is doing okay out there. Guys, remember to keep your feet down, your head up. Remember to enjoy all your days. And once again, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Bye now.